All right, let's talk about the biology of wealth. And really, what we're digging into today is this super frustrating question, right? Why is managing money so incredibly hard, even when you know exactly what you're supposed to be doing?
I mean, think about it. If being good with money was just about being smart, then why do so many brilliant, hardworking people feel like they're just stuck? Trapped in that financial loop, maybe living paycheck to paycheck, never really getting ahead. Well, the answer, it's probably not what you think.
And right there, that's the real kicker, isn't it? It's not that you don't know what to do. The problem isn't knowledge. You know the rules. But actually following them, man, that feels like a totally different ballgame.
Okay, so let's dig into this. Let's call it the smart person's money problem. And it all starts with the advice we've all been hearing our entire lives.
You know the drill. Spend less than you earn, avoid bad debt, invest early, be patient. I mean, come on, this isn't some secret formula from a hidden vault, right? It's literally the most basic financial advice on the planet. So what happens? You know the rules, you really try to follow them, but it's just not clicking. It doesn't work out. And the conclusion you're left with feels so obvious, doesn't it? You start blaming yourself. You start thinking, you know what? I'm just bad with money.
But hold on, what if that's completely wrong? What if the problem isn't you? What if it's not about willpower or effort? What if the real issue is that all that standard advice, it completely ignores how our brains are actually fundamentally wired?
This is where things get really interesting. So let's pull back the curtain and take a look at your brain on money. I promise you, this is where it all starts to click. Okay, look at this. This is the fundamental conflict right here. You've got your ancient, survival-focused brain on one side and modern financial goals on the other. Your brain didn't evolve to think about Roth IRAs or 401ks. Not at all. It evolved for one thing, survival. Eat the food now, rest when it's safe. Why? Because for most of human history, tomorrow was a total question mark. That ancient software is still running, telling you get it now, while the modern world is telling you, hey, wait 30 years for this abstract thing called compound interest. It's a total mismatch. And there's actually a name for this. It's called present bias. It's our built-in default setting to overvalue something we can have right now and totally undervalue something we have to wait for. That pizza you can order tonight, oh man, that feels a million times more real and satisfying than putting that same money into a retirement account you can't touch for decades. And listen, this isn't you being weak. It's not a character flaw. It's literally your biological programming. And then there's this other massive psychological force at play. Loss aversion. Get this. Studies show that the pain of losing $100 feels about twice as bad as the pleasure of gaining $100 feels good. It's a huge asymmetry, and this explains so much, right? It's why so many of us are absolutely terrified of investing. Logically, in your head, you know the market goes up over the long run. But man, that gut-wrenching feeling when you see your account drop, that short-term pain can feel so intense that you just stay away, even if it costs you a fortune in the long run. Okay, so it's not just your own brain working against you. And this is where it gets a little crazy. You're also up against an entire system. A system that knows all about these biological triggers and is specifically designed to exploit them for profit. I'm talking about banks, credit card companies, advertisers, the whole shebang. These guys have spent billions, literally billions of dollars studying human psychology. They know all about your present bias, they know all about your loss aversion, and they use that knowledge to build products and ads that are perfectly engineered to get you to do things that make them money, not you. Just think about the explosion of buy now, pay later. It's everywhere. They say they're selling you flexibility, but that's not what they're really selling. They are selling a direct solution to your brain's present bias. They are literally turning your impatience into their profit by taking away the pain of paying today and cranking up the pleasure of getting that thing right. In credit cards, it's the exact same playbook. We think they're about convenience, right? But what they really sell is time distortion. They create this huge gap. They completely sever the connection between the joy of buying something and the pain of actually paying for it. It makes it incredibly easy to say yes now and just, push the consequences off to some future version of yourself. So here's the bottom line. This is so important. People don't fail with money because they're lazy or bad or undisciplined. So often, they fail because they're playing a game. And the game itself, the environment, the rules, the products, it's all set up to reward that impulsive short-term brain of ours. And it punishes the thoughtful long-term planner in us. You're fighting an uphill battle from the moment you wake up. But here's the good news. Once you see the game for what it is, you can start to change how you play it. The secret isn't to try and fight your own biology with more willpower. That's a losing battle. The secret is to start designing a smarter system for yourself. See, for years, we've all been asking the wrong question. We ask ourselves things like, how do I get more self-control? How do I stop spending so much? And that question just sets you up for failure. It puts all the blame, all the pressure right on your shoulders, usually at the exact moment you're feeling your weakest. So here's the new question, the better question, the game-changing question. How do I design my environment so I don't even have to make a tough decision when I'm tired, stressed, or tempted? See the shift? It moves the focus away from your willpower and onto your systems. And this quote just nails it. People who are winning with money, they don't necessarily feel more motivated. They just feel less tempted. That's it. It's not about being some kind of willpower superhero. It's about building a system where the right choice is the easy choice, the default choice. Okay, so what does this actually look like day to day? Let's get practical. Let's write a new financial rulebook, one that finally works with your brain instead of constantly fighting against it. Okay, rule number 1, automate your savings. This is non-negotiable. Pay yourself first. Set up an automatic transfer for the day you get paid so the money is gone before you can even think about spending it. Rule 2, add friction to your bad habits. Make it harder to do the wrong thing. Delete your saved credit card info from Amazon. Unsubscribe from all those 50% off emails. Just make it a pain. And third, reframe your identity. This is a big one. Stop saying, I should probably invest. Start telling yourself, I am an investor. That shift in identity is an incredibly powerful driver of your action. So this is really the whole point. You're not fixing some personal flaw. You're not solving a money problem. You're an architect now. Your job is to redesign your own financial environment so that success becomes the path of least resistance. So let me leave you with this. If you've been struggling with money, listen to me. You are not broken. It just means you've been playing a rigged game. A game that was set up to work against your deepest human instincts, and nobody ever bothered to give you the rulebook. Well, now you have it. Knowing this, seeing the game for what it is, that changes everything. It gives you the power back. So my question to you is this. Now that you've got the rulebook, what's your first play going to be?